Hey, what is up guys? So today we were messing around with prediction princesses, and they are a pretty cool archetype. No one's really talking about, no one's really playing. Do I think that they are better than Perform Pound Perform Mages? Not even close. You can maybe OTK with them if you happen to get a good decent hand, but I got some replays that I want to share with you guys so you guys can kind of see how the deck plays. Basically, it's a deck that revolves around flip summons and flipping your opponent's stuff face down, flipping your stuff face up, and you can do a lot of little shenanigans with it. It's kind of a cool deck. And they work kind of well with Shaddolls, and since Shaddolls already got hit really hard, I don't feel like you can play like a pure Shaddall deck. You have to have some type of tech with them now, because there's just not enough cards, and on top of that, like Construct Ban really hurts the deck. Like you really lost out on like one of the strongest monsters in the game. Now, unfortunately, he has this card where he can just banish one of my cards, but I'm still able to flip cards. And this card is amazing over here, so let me go ahead and read this card's full effect for you guys real quick. So this is the Prediction Princess Coin Roma here. So it's a flip effect that you can special summon one level 3 or higher flip monster from your hand or deck in face down defense position. Also, you can't activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except for Prediction Princess monsters. So what usually happens with this card is you set it, they attack into it, and then it flips, and then you special summon this card from your deck. Now this card, I remember when people saw this, they're like, wow, this card's fake, it's not coming out. This card is out. It's a common, in fact. It's Pot of Taboos. No one really plays it. It's a level, I believe, level 9 monster, and its flip effect is that you can activate one of these effects. You can either Pot of Greed, you can either Giant Turinade, you can either Raigeki them, or you can look at your opponent's hand, also shuffle one card from their hand into the deck. You can only use this effect of Pot of the Forbidden once per turn. So there was one time where I actually got double of these out, and you can only get one of the effects. It's not that, like, for example, let's say I flip and draw 2 cards. If I flip up a different Pot of Taboos, I can't return all spell trap. If you activate the effect of Pot of the Forbidden, you can only use one effect of Pot of Forbidden, like regardless of what it is, which is kind of disappointing because it's pretty hard to pull off double of these, but if you do it, you're probably in a condition where you're winning anyways. He goes ahead and activates Ring Destruction. I go ahead and make Auto Monolith. Or what is it? I think it's still called Auto Monolith in TCG. I know it says something else. But I was thinking that this would work really good against his deck, the Burger Stoma, because that deck is all about just special summoning through traps. Now, unfortunately, he had again one of that card that just banishes, but he still has to go kind of minus to pull it off. But then he's able to summon another one. This deck loses really fast if it doesn't have like a really strong opening, because you just end up having to banish the monsters, unfortunately. So here we get the effect of Pot of Greed, then we summon the Manju. That lets us go ahead and add the Ritual. We go ahead and make this card over here, and then we get that effect to draw an extra card. And I couldn't activate Prediction Ritual right now to make it game right. Well, actually, I ended up going for Cowboy. I didn't even attack with the other card, but he had Anti-Spell Fragrance, which completely dominates against Pendulum decks. Like, you have to play this card now. Pretty much in the main deck. Even in Pendulum decks, guys, people in the OCG, they just main deck this card, because if I go Pendulum Scale and then I flip up Anti-Spell, you just, what are you going to do? You just scoop them up, man. It's pretty good. But anyways, like I said, I got some more replays to share with you guys, so that was one example of the deck. This one's pretty good. I liked this one that I got. So yeah, I was just kind of messing around with the deck, so I'm going to swap it so we're back on my side over here. So it looks like my opponent was playing. I didn't even know what he was playing. I guess it was just regular Stellars. I thought it was regular Stellars, but there's a rank up card. There's always some crazy new rank up card. Why he got double of them? What is he trying to get out with this? I actually didn't know what he was trying to get out. Oh, I see these cards and I already know. Okay, yeah, it's trying to OTK. But nonetheless, a pretty good hand right here. So I'm able to, like, he max sees me and I'm like, yo, I got this hand that can OTK. And you're like, oh, how do you OTK in this deck? Well, I'm able to go ahead and summon Senju, and then I can go for Prediction Princess. And because BLS is BLS, you can go for game. Now, I ended up flipping his card face down. The reason why I did that is because I didn't want to get Honested. Honest would have actually ruined the combo, obviously, and I could still attack him for game. So you can see how aggressive this deck can be. And if that Shaddall Fusion would have been like a Shaddall Fusion where I get to send from the deck to the graveyard, you get a lot of advantage. There are cards that you get free advantage in the graveyard, like Prediction Ritual, for example. This card, you can banish it from the graveyard, so if you're maybe playing Curry Bandit or something like that, you're able to banish it, then you can add any Prediction Princess monster from your deck to your hand. That's an insane effect. I like that effect quite a bit, and then once this card is Ritual Summon, you get to set one card face down, and it's just really good. Like, you can see the utility that this deck has. Like, you can Book a Moon your opponent's stuff, Book a Moon your stuff, flip things face up. I really like the utility that this deck offers. But yeah, I got I got actually 2 more to show, just so some of you guys can get a better understanding of the deck, because no one is covering this deck on YouTube. Anyways, oh, there's this guy that's playing this Araya deck from the live stream, and so this was, I don't know what the heck his deck was. I think it was, I don't know if I want to call it a pure Araya deck. It had fluffles, it had a potential like good field that you can pull off. Because you have access to rank 6s. But I was trying out like a lot of different builds. I was trying Shaddols, I was trying Gem Knights, I was trying Star Seraphs. But look at this, like able to set the pot of taboos, and like I'm gonna flip it up. I can get the effect of Pot of Greed right here. So I'll flip it up, and then he activates this Fog Blade. So that's basically like Fiendish Chain. So I Book a Moon it. Therefore my monster gets set face down, so he can't be targeted. I still get the effect of Pot of Greed. Then I'm still able to get the effect of this later on, because obviously if he attacks or if I flip it. He actually activates another Fog Blade on my Prediction Princess Coin Roma over here. I was going to actually go for double Pot of Taboos, because Pot of Taboos is crazy good. I mean, you can Regeki your opponent, you can Pot of Greed. You basically have full control of like what you're going to do. It has 3,000 defense, so it's not like they're going to get over it. He makes some Minerva over here, and I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks over here. Because that card is just really strong. I didn't know what the heck he was playing too. So anyways, I go ahead and activate Senju, then I activate this card's effect. I go ahead and activate this effect to put this card face down, and then he goes ahead and activates Fog Blade again on my Pot of Taboos, but it's okay, I can flip it later on. So I go ahead and attack over him. Looks like he's got a Call of the Haunted. I attack. He activates Call of the Haunted. I didn't want him to send any more. I was actually more worried about him actually going for this card over here, because I thought like if he like got the effect again, I was really worried about that. I activated Vandy's Emptiness immediately on that. I think he was targeting Armageddon Knight, but I was just like, no, I'm pretty sure in this position I should have game. He ended up milling a Galaxy Cyclone, so he was able to pop the Vandy's. Then he goes for his play over here, and you can see this is where I'm able to stun him. So I'm able to make it so he can't go into his rank 6 plays. I want to see what he's playing for rank 6. Oh, is he going for Beatrice? He was going to go for Beatrice, which is basically like a Foolish Burial. And then obviously then he'd have another Malicious too, but obviously stop the play. But yeah, I'm able to add any Burgostoma, or not Burgostoma, any Prediction Princess, and then I go ahead and set the Pot of Taboos over here, because I flipped this card so it lets me set another one of these. And then I go ahead and reflip this card face down, so I have 2 Pot of Taboos in face down defense position. So at this point, it's pretty much game over for me. He activates the Powerful Rebirth, next see him. Pretty good stuff over here. Then he goes for Castell. Castell's going to send this back, but then I can still put something face down. And something that I don't think a lot of people know about is the Senju and Manju, they get their effect when they are normal or flip summon, so that's really good. And if you have like Brilliant Fusion, you get like Senju and a Manju, you can do a lot of nerdy stuff with it, because not only do you have like rank 4 plays, but you can reset Senju Manju after you go for your ritual play. And then so he's going off right now with that Toy Vendor play. Dude, that Toy Vendor like Fluffle Wings play is so good, but he unfortunately drew him to escape. And then I go ahead and activate Burst Reverse, and that lets me, okay, don't play Gemini Amber, I'm only playing it because Amber. But anyways, yeah, you actually want the, was it Garnet, I think it is, the one with land counter attack. So, yeah, I think I mentioned before that, like, you can only activate one of the Pot of the Forbidden's effect. Like, even if you choose a different one effect. Yeah, I actually just go for this card, and then we go ahead and attack him for game over here. But, yeah, it's a pretty interesting deck. Like, I know the Phantom Knights, like, they have a lot of potential, but I don't know, he was mixing a lot of things. His deck was actually an Araya deck. He had like Phoenix Chains and everything like that, so he just didn't happen to get Araya. Araya's still pretty strong, but I don't think it has any like immunities. I know like when it comes out, you get a pop a spell and trap, and your opponent can't like activate that card in response, or I don't think you can activate a response anyways. But where is this? We have another one that I want to share off. Here it is. This card is just, it's too good. Oh, this guy almost sacked me over here with Lightsworn, dude. I get sacked by Lightsworn so much. So he's playing like the super sacky like magic mile. Basically, he just tries to get out this one card where like it like copies an attack, then it can like never be destroyed. It's like immune to everything in a game. It's like towers basically. It's just like it's too strong for me. I forgot what the card is actually called. Let me like, I forgot what the summon requirements were. Or is it in the extra? I think it's a fusion card. Is it a fusion card? Oh, here it is. So it requires like Legendary Knight Timaeus, Legendary Knight Critias, and Hermos, and it must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending the above cards you control the graveyard. And then it's unaffected by other card effects. Yeah, okay. And then once per battle, this card is taxed or is attacked during damage calculation. You can make this card and attack become equal attack to the monster on the field that has the highest attack. Your choice of tide, which I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But if it is destroyed by battle, and you can special summon all 3 of them back, that's crazy, and you ignore the summoning conditions, so that's crazy. But you can see the Gemini play is still pretty strong because I'm able to go for a pot of taboos, and you know that's where Geki, pot of greed, I activated, go for pot of greed, of course. Got the burst rebirth. He goes for Raikou, he pops the Book of Moon. I was really salty about that because I was going to reset the pot of taboos face down, but I mean he had Regeki anyway, so it's not like I could use it. But in phase, burst reverse. Or burst reverse, so I can resummon it and flip it up. Pot of greed. I'm literally pot of greed. I pot of greed twice that turn already. Pretty good stuff indeed. There's one thing I don't like with the deck though, is I hate how this card is level 5. If it was level 4, it would make the deck a little bit better. But you see, I activate the Vanities because I couldn't stand a JD would completely wreck me, so I just activated it immediately. He activates this card and he's able to get out double Legendary Knights here, and then he also gets to banish this. That's pretty much irrelevant, but I'm able to put this card in defense mode, and like this has 2,000 attack and 3,000 defense. I love that amount of defense. It just helps out so much. I'll go ahead and make one of these, and I'm able to flip this, and then I can go flip it, and then I can go ahead and Raigeki him. He activates MST. I can chain burst, rebirth, and look, I'm resetting Pot of Greed again. I can use Pot of Greed later on once again, but it didn't matter at that point. But I thought this deck was really cool. Let me know, guys, if you guys have tried out the deck. What are some other great cards that work well in the deck? I think this is a fun little deck, and it'll probably be relatively budget-friendly. I know this card's common. I don't think that anyone's going to really play this deck. It's probably a fun deck. You can mix in Shaddoll's, you can mix it in other things. Because I know some people really like Rituals, and, you know, Necro's got hit really hard with Shriek being banned. But, like I said, I don't think it's going to compete with Perform Mages, but you can see how strong the deck is. It's legit really good against some like other random decks, but against the Pepe deck, I think that deck is just going to be a little bit too fast to be able to keep up with it. But I don't know, Pod Taboos, man, that effect, all those effects are like excellent effects. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. It's been your boy Will Smith, signing out.